Now we're going to go through the process of syncing our Ecwid store with a point of sale system that we might be using in a brick and mortar store to make sure everything is in sync, especially our inventory. To get started here, we're going to go to All Sales Channels. And down here, we'll click POS for point of sale. And you'll see we have a number of options that we can sync with here. For this tutorial, we're going to use Square. If you don't have a Square account, you can get one by clicking Sign Up here, and then Sign Up with Square. This part's pretty straightforward. We will enter our email address, and confirm it here. Then create a password. Select our country. Agree to Square's terms, and click Continue. Now we need to give Square a little bit of information about our business. So what type of business is it? Food and drink. Business category. We'll say we're a bakery. It's probably the closest. What is your business name? Magic City Desserts. If you have an employer identification number, you'll put that here. Then select your estimated annual revenue. And how do you plan to use Square? This is optional. We'll say some of my locations. And does your business have any employees? I'm just going to put 0. I'll say I'm a one-man proprietorship. And then click Continue. Next, you need to include some information about who you are. Again, if you read up here, this is to verify our identity. So I'm going to fill this in off of the recording and then click Continue. Then you'll see it'll take a second for them to verify our identity. Once they've done so, they're going to ask us, where will you take payments? Choose as many as you'd like. Obviously, you'll pick whichever of these methods you'll be using. Since I'm not really creating a real store, I'm going to click Skip for now. How do you plan to ring up your customers? This is whether you want to have preset items, kind of like what we've created in Ecwid, or enter custom amounts. Again, for me, I'm going to click Skip for now because in a minute, we're going to automatically have Ecwid export our products. And then, of course, you need to link your bank account so you can transfer your funds from your Square store to your bank account, just like we do with Ecwid. And again, since this is not a real store, I'm going to skip this step for now. And then when you set up a Square store, you can get a free Square reader for Magstripe. This will plug into your iPad or iPhone or whatever it is that you might be using. Once again, I'm going to skip this step. I'm going to skip inviting my friends. And I'm not going to worry about downloading Square Point of Sale at this time. And once we're done with all that, we're going to continue to the dashboard. We'll do this later. And so this is our Square dashboard. This is what it looks like when we log in to Square. Now our accounts are linked and we're ready to start syncing things. Let's go back to Ecwid. Now, once we've set up our Square account, we click Connect Square. We want to sync our inventory with Square, so I'm going to click that button here. And this takes us back to Square's website at squareup.com. And it's basically telling us that Ecwid is trying to access our Square store, and it's going to access these parts of our store, and we can either deny or allow that. Obviously, we want to allow that so that Square can sync with Ecwid. And now you can see that they are connected. Now, stay on this page and scroll down a bit, and you'll see at the bottom here, we have two options: import products from Square or export products from Ecwid. If you ever get lost during all of this process, notice that we are under All Sales Channels, POS still. So we're back on this page. Here at the bottom, once again, import products from Square or export products from Ecwid. Well, we've already created our products on our Ecwid store, so we're going to be exporting those products that we've created from Ecwid to Square. So we're going to click Export Ecwid Products. As you can see, this might take a few minutes. And when that process is completed, you'll see it'll let you know however many products you have were successfully exported. Now let's go back and check out our store on Square. I'm going to refresh this page. Now if we go over here on our dashboard and click Items, we'll see that the items from our Ecwid store have automatically been populated into our Square store. Notice it has all of our information. It has the product name, even the category and the price. And we can click on any of these, and it should have all of the same basic information. And the best part about this is, once again, our inventory has now been synced between these stores. So now if we're selling from our brick and mortar store, even if we happen to be selling offline at the time, and we're using Square, then once we connect everything with our Square account, it's going to sync with our Ecwid account. So if we're tracking inventory and we run out of inventory from sales at our brick and mortar store, or from selling on the go at something like a market or a show using our phone or tablet, our Ecwid store will know that, and we won't end up selling something that's actually out of stock, which might upset a customer. So once you complete this simple synchronization process, you're ready to take your Ecwid online store offline with Square.